Hello there everyone and welcome, it is Nicolai here, and today it is time for yet another video in the future of FIFA 18 career mode. We are at the end now of FIFA 18 career mode. We're in the year of 2032, all the way in the 15th season of this save. Now if you haven't seen the first of these, there'll be an annotation at the top right of the screen taking you to the first installment of this little mini-series. I don't know, the first video showing or showcasing what was going on in the year 2032 in the world of football. But for those that don't know about this series, basically I'm simming forward into the future of FIFA 18 career mode to see what is going on, to see who's winning the titles, to see what the world of football is really like at this point in life, in the world, whatever the circumstance. If you go on to enjoy the video, slap a like on it, subscribe as well if you are new to the channel and all that good stuff. Now last time I showed you the Premier League table and Tottenham Hotspur had won the league. We're dipping down further into the depths of English football now, looking at League One. Hull City were actually down in League One in this season. They got promoted as champions though, along with Peterborough, Birmingham, Barnsley, Charlton and Blackburn in the playoffs. Some interesting teams though in here. I think Cheltenham Town start off in League 2. I think Colchester do potentially as well. Not entirely sure, but relegated Wimbledon, Doncaster, Bristol Rovers and Cambridge. Down in League 2 as well, the automatically promoted teams were Fleetwood Town, Bury and Scunthorpe United, with Forest Green, Crewe Alexandra, Mansfield Town and Port Vale there in the playoffs. Forest Green actually made it into League 1 at one point in this save, which is interesting given they were in the conference so recently. And down at the bottom, Grimsby Town and Newport County would have been relegated if the National League was on the game, but fortunately for them, it is not. However, Newport County are by far the worst team, unfortunately, in England at this point in the save. Right at the end now, FIFA 18 career mode. Over in Portugal, FC Porto won the league by 7 points over Vitória Guimarães and then Benfica. Paços de Ferreira in 4th place and Sporting Lisbon only down in 6th, so pretty shocking season for them in comparison to their rivals. Over in Scotland, Celtic win the league, unsurprisingly, but I think we've seen Rangers win the league at one point in this save. I can't quite remember. They were 5 points behind their Glaswegian rivals though. Partick Thistle finishing 3rd and not too far off the eventual champion Celtic. In Russia, CSKA Moscow are coming out on top in a very close fought scrap really. Dynamo Moscow and Rubin Kazan both just 1 point behind the eventual champions. FC Ural and Krasnodar there in 4th and 5th. Lokomotiv Moscow there. Zenit St. Petersburg only down in 9th, so they've really started to deteriorate in this save. In Turkey, Galatasaray and Fenerbahce are still on top, two of the biggest sides in Turkey. Besiktas and Trabzonspor down in 5th and 6th respectively, with Akhisarspor and I didn't catch the other team, but if you're a fan of that team, then good news, you came 4th at this point in the save. Moving on to some of the best players though in the world at this point, and Kylian Mbappe Lotin is still at the peak of his powers, 93 overall at this point in the save. Still ridiculous playing for Monaco. Nicolai Kia is the next player we're looking at here. 88 rated West Ham attacking midfielder. For those that don't know, that is Christian Eriksen's regen. He's in the peak of his powers now, is Nicolai Kia. It's gonna be John. Pereira Cheyudo, I think. 91 rated, that's PK's regen. Probably butchered the pronunciation completely. Khaled Mausberger or Morsberger as well, playing for Lille. 87 rated. I think he might be Boateng's regen, or Hummel's, not entirely sure. Rone Gleison Carvalho Oliveira. This is the problem, unfortunately, with the regens. They have such hard names to say. 88 rated Brazilian left back there, though, playing for Saint Etienne in France. That's Marcelo's regen. Gianluigi Donnarumma, another real-life player, still going strong. 33 years of age, playing for Real Madrid after his signing from AC Milan back, I think, in like 2021 or something like that. He's been playing for Real for ages. Louis de Serre as well here. Apparently this could be Mertens' regen, but I'm pretty sure it's Hazard's. Maybe it is Mertens, actually, because he's only 88 overall, isn't he? We've got Makera Nascimento as well. Coutinho's regen playing again for West Ham, who've really been blessed in terms of regens in this series, and so have Stoke as well, but West Ham seriously so. And again, this is De Gea's regen playing for West Ham. Francisco Diaz Montes, 24 years of age and already 89 rated. Same as this man here, Osasuna winger Adam Coppers. I believe this is Robben's regen, 89 rated, as I mentioned, 28 years of age, 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, and very, very pacey indeed. Joe Charles is next up, an English goalkeeper, playing for Burton Albion of all teams. Judging from the tables, I think they were in League 1. I think I saw them on the League 1 page, so very good player to be playing in the 3rd tier of English football. He was 85 rated. 88 rated central midfielder here from Spain, Ruben Gabardon Hill. I think that might well be Iniesta's regen. He's playing for Bordeaux over in Ligue 1. Back to the real-life players again here, quickly. Christian Pulisic there, still playing for Barcelona. Barcelona. He moved around about 2025 from Dortmund. He's 86 rated, I think that was. And Gabby Jesus is still playing for City, has been playing for them for the entire save. He's 85 rated, but 35 years of age now. And that is how you know you're really, really far along in a save. It is honestly very weird to start seeing players like that so old in a save. And obviously it means now there's so many regens. And you can see in the background, this English side, the England international side, has got the likes of Ben Britton, Angel Gomez, Reece Oxford, Marcus Rashford, but there's a lot of regens in there as well. The whole back five, barring Axel Tuanzebe there, were regens. And look at this Brazil side. Apart from Gabby Jesus, the whole team is regens completely. You've got Neymar's regen in there. For some reason, Coutinho's regen isn't involved, but Marcelo's is in there. Loads of different regens going on. This is the problem. There's so many at this point. There's so little real-life players. It's always difficult to know who is who. Here's Argentina as well. Ridiculous front three. Ezekiel Barco there as well in the mix. Argentina with a very, very good side still. Same for Spain as well. A ridiculous amount of double-barrel sort of names going on here. It would take an absolute age to get through those names, so we're going to leave it. You can stop on any of these teams if you want. France, as per usual, absolutely disgusting, although that midfield has weakened slightly. Still Kylian Mbappe Lotin in there at 93 rated. Here is Italy, Donnarumma, of course, Imperius in goal. We've got a 90 rated centre-back called Zigrossi as well. Dionisi, who we saw last episode, he plays for Caen in France, 89 rated central midfielder. Portugal looking very good as well, of course, with Ronaldo's regen. Costa Silva there, 87 rated right mid. We've got an 87 rated centre-back as well as a couple of other sort of 84 plus players. Over in Uruguay, the situation for strikers is very good for them. Dibble, who is Suarez's regen, 93. Baez, they've also got a guy who plays for Stoke, who's 88 rated, and 89 rated Ardeas, who is Godin's regen at centre-back for Uruguay. Look at Germany though as well. Schwede, Sangare, Hilsner in goal, Kai Havertz, Vitek as well, that's Muller's pre-gen, or Muller's regen even, playing for them. So Germany, very good side. Wales got some good players as well. Ben Woodburn there, 82. James and Cranston, both 83 rated centre-backs. And Davies there, that is Gareth Bale's regen, who's playing at right attacking midfield. Denmark looking pretty decent too, getting through these national sides. I'll show you more of these in a future video where I go through basically absolutely everything that's been omitted so far, literally the best of the rest. It'll be like a half-an-hour video going through all the national teams, all the teams that I haven't showed you, and all the leagues I haven't showed you through this series. There though is Switzerland as we start to get towards the end now of the national teams I'm going to show you in this one. In the Ivory Coast as well, decent side, couple of 80 rated players. Their goalkeeper and left back though really letting them down. 4-star side overall though, and one of the best teams in Africa I think at this point in the save. Colombia as well, now the final team I think we're going to look at in terms of national sides. 4.5-star side. Gonzalez there, Roa, 85 rated. I think Davinson Sanchez though might have finally retired at this point in the save. Looking though at a few of the teams in a little bit more detail, I'm looking at FC Barcelona first, who had two very, very competent regen goalkeepers there. Nico Elvedi and Issa Diop as well still in this Barcelona side, as well as Theo Hernandez there, 80 rated, and Joris Nanon. In their prime, this would have been an extremely, extremely good defence, but a lot of these guys have now dropped off. Same for Jonathan Tah, though he is still 82 rated. Ezekiel Barco there, 86, Oriol Busquets and Namakoro Boué as well, very good players. Frank Yannick Kesse at 35 as well, very good overall, and McDonald Olunga with potentially the best name in footballing history. That was Wanyama's regen, a very good player indeed. Julian Weigl, Renato Sanchez, and also Ronaldo Vieira. Wait, did I say Ronaldo Vieira? No, I didn't. Ronaldo Vieira as well, the Leeds player playing for Barca now at this point. Ousmane Dembele, Alexander Isak, Timo Werner, Christopher Sanson, and a Spanish regen there as well, 84 rated striker. So a very good front sort of line for Barcelona, and decent midfield as well. The defence could be a little bit better if those players were still in their prime, but overall a very good side. And Ronaldo Vieira, a Leeds United youngster, now playing for Barca in this save. Absolutely awesome to see. West Ham though next, a team who honestly, I'm not sure how they haven't won a league title. Same as Stoke. They've got so many good regions and so many good players, yet for some reason they just haven't done the job in the league. They had a Canadian regen centre-back who was 83, which I found interesting because I don't really know who that could possibly be. Florian Gezal, I believe that might be Riyad Mahrez's regen. Nicolai Kia, we saw earlier as well, and Rafael Valdez Diaz, very good regen as well, 87 rated central midfielder. On top of that, obviously, you've seen De Gea, De Gea's regen as well is playing for these guys. Josef Maquero Nascimento as well, 88 rated winger, and another right winger there down at the bottom from Brazil. So West Ham with a very, very good side indeed, and I don't think they even got into the Champions League in this season or the season before, which is an absolute crying shame given how good the players they are. No, hang on, how good the players they have are. There we go. Now at Bayern Munich, who I think finished 6th in the league in this season, and you're going to see why, really, because they've not got many real-life players. Lewis Cook is playing for them, and Diego Lainez, I believe, is a real-life player as well, but they're both, or Lainez, I'm not sure, how do you even pronounce that? Mexican, if you're from Mexico and you're watching this video, please inform me of how you pronounce that name. Claudio Acampora as well, Claudio Acampora as well, left winger, 83 rated, playing for Bayern, but apart from that, no one else is scouted. Oh, and Tom Vitek as well, you're about to see, who's 87 rated down at the bottom there, the 31-year-old striker. But yeah, a lot of dead wood, I think, in that Bayern side, and that's the reason why they're now sort of struggling even to get into the Champions League over in the Bundesliga. And a lot of people were wanting to see the Chelsea side that got relegated in 2031. They then won the championship in the final season of FIFA 18 career mode, and here is the team they did it with. And again, you can see why this team got relegated at this point anyway, because we've not seen any scouted players yet, which means that the absolute maximum they can be is 80, although I fear a lot of these players will be a lot less than 75. Jesse Pierre-Gabriel there, the French central defensive midfielder, very good player though. Not yet, I think he's like 80 rated right now, but his potential must be very high. And Tom van der Lely there as well, very cool name, 25-year-old Dutch central midfielder, very good player as well, 85 rated, so it's understandable as to why they got promoted again, certainly, but how that team really got relegated in the first place, not entirely sure. They also only had one striker, so I don't know if it comes down to that. Maybe that one striker was injured for a large portion of that final Premier League season from 2031, hence they got relegated. They didn't have a natural goal scorer. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's Career Mode in 2032 video. We've reached the end of FIFA 18 Career Mode now, but there's going to be one more video showing you absolutely everything else that I have missed in the first two videos here covering 2032. Football has changed so much in the general FIFA world by this point. 15 years down the line, we've seen Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Sevilla, Villarreal, Athletic Bilbao all relegated, Barcelona's reserve side winning the Champions League, and the likes of Stoke City and West Ham in the Champions League. It is quite incredible what can change in the world of football in just 15 years. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, then slap a like on it, and of course subscribe if you are new to the channel. Once again, massive thank you for 50,000 subscribers, which happened about a week ago, or a week and a half ago now as you're watching this, but it was quite recently as I'm commentating it. So yeah, absolutely awesome. Massive thank you again. Cannot thank you guys enough for that milestone. Still trying to work out what I should do for it. You can also follow me on social media, however. My Twitter handle is @theofficialfng, and my Instagram is exactly the same. Links to both of those are down below. But it's been an absolute pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
Yo, Massappels. I roll out with some monsters. Looks like your team and you watchers. I do not roll with imposters. Sound like the man in the Oscars. I'm drunk off Henny and Fosters. I have a career, I am jobless. This bitch f me so hard, I might just end up unconscious. I like girls in lingerie, especially if it is crotchless. Bitch, I am the bigger picture. There is no way you can crop us.